Hi there, welcome back. So, my beautiful beings, in this video, I just wanted to share an experience that I had recently so that you can see that, yes, sometimes we can sit with an experience and think, oh, why did that happen to me? We can look at it as, oh, that was a negative experience, or that was a bad experience, or what that person did was wrong. I mean, you could, be here till the cows come home, down that road. But I want to show you how easy it is to look at things from a different perspective. So, very recently, I had to start the new Facebook page. And so I've been friending, all these people to build the page, because without the friends page, they don't allow you to have the business page, and the business page is the A.W.A.K.E.N with Hollie Belle on Facebook that anyone can join. This is the page that I keep, encouraging people from here to join so that they can make their comments there, ask their questions there, because YouTube, for the most part, does not show the comments here. I don't know why, but it's very common. It's not just my channel. I've been, investigating this for the last 6 to 8 months now, and I realize that's just the way it is. It's not until a channel becomes big that they just let everything grow on it, including the comments. So I was building up this beautiful new Facebook page and, and looking out for healers and just spiritual beings, and in general, any spiritual beings that I felt I would have a connection to build up my personal page, And I came across this being, and we kind of had a connection from the beginning. And in that, this person just kept sending messages through, and I, respond. And I saw that they had yes, we friended, but then I saw that they had a YouTube channel, so I subscribed to that to support, I try and do as much as I can, to support other spiritual beings on their journeys as well, Anyway, so, this being was more into spirit animals and that sort of thing, and I thought, oh, wow, we complement each other, because it doesn't clash. We're not sort of on the same path, of what we're bringing forward to the world. So I thought in time, this could have been a brilliant collaboration, with this being. So weeks passed, we were talking backwards and forwards for a couple of months. And then this person says to me, we should talk, I'd like to chat with you for, it won't take more than 5 minutes. And I thought, great, we're going to collaborate, healer to healer, to see how we can grow together. Maybe we can build something together, because our paths are different, but together, I always think stronger, when there's many of you and you're doing different, bringing in different modalities, So that's what I love, collaborating with my beautiful friend Rafail in South Australia. He's a Reiki healer as well as, I'm a Reiki healer too. But he mainly concentrates on the Reiki healing and sound healing, which, I've done sound healing, but that doesn't feel like it's my path. So I love collaborating with him because we're bringing different modalities together, as we are collaborating together. So I thought, great, another person to collaborate with, and we can grow together and all the rest of it. The day came, where anyway, this person called, and there we are on the call. And I realized very early into the call that it wasn't a phone call for collaboration. This person was just trying to sell me their course, right? And because I could see the signs of the questions that this person was asking. It was just all, what I've been learning recently about coaching, and even then I don't use that. I just listen to the person to see what it is that they need. And then I listen to see what my spirit team is bringing through for that person. I try not to follow, because if I'm too busy thinking, oh, I should be asking this question to bring this out, and I should be asking that question to bring that out, there's no flow. And for me, it's all about the flow when I sit down, whether I'm doing the videos here, whether I'm doing the videos for the courses, whether I'm sitting down to write a book, and when I do the coaching. For me, it's all about flow. It's about being in the moment with that person, with what's coming through at that time, every time. I don't question it. And I can feel the information coming through, and I know, okay, this is what they want me to bring forward at this time that may assist this person. There may be a block and they can't even see it, but sometimes just bringing through information in a very gentle way can be just what that person needed to release that block, to see past it, to see a different perspective, whatever it is that they need, So for their path, for their journey, because each of us is on our own unique path, right? So anyway, very early in, I realized, wait a minute, we're not sitting down to see how we can move forward together as a team, as collaboration, This person is trying to sell me their course, right? What they do, they're trying to sell me. And the next thing I know, they're throwing their PayPal button at me that I need to pay for, to get started so we can start tomorrow straight away, all this. And I felt, within me, I felt like I just wanted to hang up. I just didn't want to talk to this person anymore. I just wanted to hang up. But I didn't want to be rude, at the same time, I didn't want to be rude. So they pushed and pushed and pushed, and I ended up sending over $100, right, to do the course. Now, all up, the course was about $500 for 3 sessions, right? And I thought, okay, all right, I just send the money and just be done with it and just whatever. That afternoon and at nighttime, I kept seeing this person's face, and I kept very different face to what they show on Facebook and what they show, on their YouTube channel. And I kept hearing the word vampire, as in not vampire that sucks blood, but vampire that sucks energy, from others. They're just there to take energy from others. And I kept seeing this person's face so dark, so different to how they were showing themselves before, like they've been showing themselves up until now. And hearing the word vampire all throughout the night. And I woke up with that image, and I thought, oh, I can't do this session with this person, So instantly I woke up that morning, I sent a message off and I said, look, I have to cancel the session. I can't do it. I didn't want to do it. This was not the reason that I agreed to, in my busy schedule, say yes to have a 5-minute conversation with you that ended up turning into 45 minutes because of this person trying to convince me that I had to pay them because I needed whatever it was that they were offering. And I just didn't know how to say no, how to be gentle enough to not hurt this person's feelings. And, and I thought, well, it might be fun, at the time. I went through my head and I thought, okay, it might be fun to experience this thing with the spirit animals that he does, this person does. So anyway, the next day I had all those images, those words coming through, and I thought, I can't do it, because I don't know what this person's intentions are. For me, it didn't feel pure. It didn't feel that it was coming from unconditional love, and, anyway, so the next day I said, oh, look, I can't do this. I didn't want to sign up. It wasn't something that I was looking to do. And I said to them, look, honestly, I thought we were going to have a conversation in collaboration as healers, that we're both doing different things, that we could maybe move forward offering, something together was, I thought, what the plan was, but then I felt bombarded, when all the questions started, and I realized, oh, this is a coaching session. It's not it's what they call a discovery session. It's not a collaboration conversation, And anyway, so, and then they said, okay, well, we'll do it the next day. But it kept coming through stronger and stronger. This person's face and the word vampire and this negative energy that I was getting, this energy of, so, the following, that afternoon, I said to them, look, this wasn't something that I wanted, and I thought we were going to collaborate. Like, I was really honest of what I thought the intention of the conversation was, you know? And anyway, so I said to them, look, I just want a refund because it wasn't something that I was looking to do. I've got other courses that I am looking to do at the moment. This wasn't one of them. And most of the courses I've done are in the thousands of dollars, you know, like $2,000 to $3,000. And I pay them in installments over 6 to 10 months or whatever they offer, you know, because I feel that I need that to grow, you know, as a healer, as a, you know, spiritual being. I need those things to grow, to expand. You know, there are other beings. There always are going to be other beings that are more evolved than us, you know, that have information that we haven't tapped into yet. And so these are the beings, you know, that I already had a list of 3 actually, that I wanted to look into this year. Anyway, I come back the next day to say, you know, I really appreciate a refund because this was not something that I was looking to get into, you know. And they come back to say, oh, we don't do refunds. And I thought, really? You know, I just thought to myself, how short-sighted, you know. You're not going to refund $100 when in the past I've spent thousands of dollars on courses, thousands of dollars, you know. And what this person doesn't realize is they've burnt that bridge. I have no trust in them now after all of that, right? Would you? Honestly, let me know in the comments if someone did that to you. You thought they had one intention and they end up badgering you for, you know, a deposit so they can start this course of something that you weren't even looking to start, you know, and then they won't give you a refund when you haven't done anything with them yet. You know, all of my courses have 14-day money back refund. Because if it's not for you, I don't want you stuck in the course doing something that doesn't resonate with you. You know, these courses are for those that it resonates with. I'm not here to take money from people that, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, if it adds value to you, if it resonates, then yes, because it allows me to keep creating these beautiful courses, these beautiful books, you know. But what came out of it, as I said when we started the video, yes, we could look at it like, oh, what an a-hole, you know. Why would you do that, you know? Why? What was the purpose? You know, you've just burnt this bridge over $100. We're not even talking thousands of dollars, over $100. That, you know, I haven't seen that $100 be refunded. I had to go through PayPal to ask them if they could intervene, you know, because it wasn't something that I agreed to, you know. Anyway, yes, I pressed the button and yes, I sent the $100. But I have a right to get my money back if it's not something that I wanted, you know. Anyway, so yes, I could look at it at that, from that point of view as, oh, I'm the victim and he just took advantage of me. And my husband and my daughter are always telling me that I am gullible, that I'm innocent. I'm too innocent for this world because I trust everybody. You know, this is what they're always worried about me, my husband and my daughter, that I'm too trusting. You know, even my daughter's like, who are you talking to out there? You don't even know these people. You haven't even met them, you know. We have these conversations all the time. But let me tell you what came out of that gorgeous experience for me, right? Yes, now I don't have trust in that person. And yes, now for me, that relationship is done. You know, that person is not for me. We are not on the same frequency, you know. I could never do that to somebody else, but that's just the vibration that I'm on. You know I'm here to serve. I'm not here to be taking money from people for something that they don't want, you know. And what came out of it was that I hadn't realized that all these years I had been taking for granted these beautiful beings that I had in my life that were on the same frequency. I remember a couple of years ago, my beautiful friend Rafail and I, we've been doing Reiki on each other for years. We've never charged each other a cent. And the incredible breakthroughs and experiences that we've had with each other doing Reiki has been, for me, off the, I just can't even. There's just not enough gratitude in this world for what he has brought through. One of those gorgeous experiences is in the book When Love Leaves. I just have so much gratitude for what he has brought through. And he is the one that brought me back to keep writing, because I had lost faith. I thought, well, what am I writing these books for? No one's buying them. No one's interested. And he read them, and he was just so in love with the books and the information that was coming through that he was like, you have to keep writing, And from there, it's just, this year has just been incredible. The books, the courses, everything that's been coming through. Each day I'm more and more in love with my life. But 2 years ago, Rafail introduced me to another beautiful spiritual being that I didn't know at all, And today in this beautiful video, I wanted to say thank you to Dee. She has this, Dee, the Ascension Code is her beautiful, what it's called on Facebook. D-E-E, I'll put it up here, the Ascension Code. And at the time, I thought I was going to go through that, what I've just been through with this person. I thought she was going to take me for a ride, and she was going to try and sell me and put me into what she's doing, into her courses or whatever it is. And we didn't. We just had a gorgeous conversation that day. And I had so much respect for her, for knowing, that we are both here serving in the same way, in our own unique way. We're speaking to different people because we speak differently, but we are both serving. And we are not here to take advantage of each other in any way, I don't sell her and she doesn't sell me. And I just fell in love with this being that day, that we could have this gorgeous conversation on the phone, and that she knew, she just knew that we were both on the same path, and we're walking the same path at the same time together, But I never stopped to have gratitude for that. I just took it all for granted. My beautiful friend in New Zealand, again, gorgeous, gorgeous interactions with her. And we have never had a cent transaction between us. But the expansion that has occurred between us has been incredible. So after I went through all of that with this person, I just had so much gratitude for the gorgeous beings that I've had in my life, that have given and given and given, just as I have, and never asked for anything in return, Now, my gratitude for so many of them, if you look in the description of every single video that I post, you will see their names, the beings that have gifted to me infinitely, even for those that I've paid courses. But I feel like I have expanded infinitely, and I don't have enough lifetimes to thank them for what they've given me. They're all in the description. You'll find Rafail there. You'll find Melissa Crowhurst from Natural Healer. She's the one I did the Reiki course with, and I will be eternally grateful for that course, because for me it just opened so many portals to other realms that I didn't even know existed. In the description, you'll also find the beautiful Rikka Zimmerman and her Adventure in Oneness course. Again, I have been infinitely gifted by this being. It will take lifetimes to thank her. Not only that, but not only are they all in my description, but every single book that I have published. So every single book on the shelf, they didn't start out that way. They do all start with a dedication in the beginning and in the preface. I always acknowledge these beautiful beings. You'll find their names in every preface of every book. Rafail, Rikka. Well, Rafail, I wasn't friends with him yet in Your Past is a Gift. Or in Covered in Yucky Mucky Mud, but from When Love Leaves, yes, for sure. And what you will find at the back of every single one of my books, the second last page is about the author. You'll see my beautiful picture. And the very last page in every single book is useful resources. And you'll see all their names there. You'll see Rafail. You'll see Natural Healer, Melissa Crowhurst. Infinity Light and Sound is Rafail. Rikka Zimmerman, Adventure in Oneness. And Life-Changing Energy, Vicky Gould. She's the one I did the sound healing with. So, my beautiful beings, you get free promotion everywhere from me when you are on my frequency. Unfortunately, this gorgeous being, not on the same frequency. I told him the next day, this is not how I do business. So, now, every time a book is sold, these gorgeous beings are mentioned in my preface, and they're mentioned at the back of their book, at the back of each book, with their business, so that they may reach more people and bless more lives as much as they've blessed mine. This is everything that came through for me from this experience, that we could look at it as, oh, it's a negative experience. But I don't see that I've lost anything. Yes, it cost me $100 to find out who this person really and truly is. But it's worth it, you know, for what I've gained. It just made me appreciate all the more the beautiful beings that I have just been blessed with in this life. There are so many good beings in this world. So many beings doing incredible work. I am more than happy to promote them. We love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And I will always share what I'm going through. Even if it looks like it's something bad or something negative, it doesn't matter. There's always something to learn about others, to learn about yourself. So, my beautiful beings, is it worth it? To you, is $100 worth it? Let me know in the comments. Bye for now.